What's going on, guys? Ryan Lang, the Denver agent here, and we are back with probably my most important video I've made to date. There's a good chance if you landed on this video, you Googled the best Denver suburb, where to live around Denver, the best suburb within Denver, right? Well, good news, I have been looking for the best suburb in the area. I've landed in what I think is one of them, bought a home in Arvada. Today I'm going to break down the top 10 Denver suburbs for you to look into. Later in this video, I'm going to break down why each one of these is on the list. Let's jump into this. Now, once again, I do want to tell you guys I am a licensed realtor here in the state of Colorado. So if you're looking to buy, sell, invest, you just want to get to know the Denver area, hit me up at this number. Let's get some beers, let's get some coffee, let's play 9 holes and escape all of our responsibilities. Let me be your Denver agent. Into this though, so the top 10 best Denver suburbs. Number 10 is going to be Westminster, not Westminster, Westminster. Westminster has a lot to offer and it's a relatively safe suburb. 7,000 acres of public park, preserve, open space, and golf courses. And Westminster really has a lot to offer for the active lifestyle, right? If you're someone that's out running, you need to take the dog on a morning walk, it's a great spot, and it's not gonna break the bank. The cost of living is much lower compared to many of these other suburbs. You got Stanley Lake, which is bigger than the Cherry Creek Reservoir. Number 9, it's gonna be Arvada. Yes, I am biased. I live here, so obviously it's gonna be on my list. No, I'm kidding. Arvada does deserve to be on this list, and let me tell you why. First of all, it has Old Town, and if you haven't ventured to Old Town Arvada, I highly recommend you check it out. Tons of great food, great downtown Main Street vibes, and there's a tons of different breweries there for you to drink some beers. My favorite. So I always say Arvada is on the good side of I-70, so you're not, if you've ever driven westbound between DIA and I-25 at 4 or 5 p.m. on a weekday, you'll know what I mean. It's not fun. Arvada is on the other side of I-25, so everyone splits and goes north and south from I-25, and there's really not nearly as much traffic that you're gonna run into. Additionally, you could jet to Golden, you could go to Boulder. You're in a really good spot that's kind of away from all the mayhem. And you're just 12 minutes from downtown, 12 minutes from a Rockies game, 12 minutes from a date night in the city. It's tough to beat. Number 8 is gonna be Lakewood. I used to live here. I had a great time in Lakewood. Lakewood is very large. It's gonna be one of the closest suburbs to downtown in this list. And there's a lot of shopping hubs. We go to Belmar a lot to see a movie, grab some dinner, get a little boba tea. If you've watched my videos before, you know I like boba tea. And the great thing about Lakewood is you have 6th Ave that runs through it. So you could jet to the mountains or into the city relatively easy and kind of avoid some of the I-70 traffic. All right, number 7, we got Golden, Colorado. I love Golden. Interested in learning more about Golden, I made a video breaking down what it's like living there. Anytime I have someone visit, I have them go check out Golden with me. There's tons of breweries. Coors Brewery is known to be one of the biggest attractions there. You're tucked behind South Table, North Table in the Front Range. It's just such a great vibe to go and see. Not to mention it's an old mining town where they used to pan for gold. You can still go pan for gold there. I've never done it, but that would be a pretty cool activity if you've lived in there. The only downside about Golden is that the property values are gonna be a little bit higher. You're paying around $7,500,000 for a home there. It's the median, so it's gonna be a little bit more pricey to live there. Number 6, this one's cool, Evergreen, Colorado. Evergreen is awesome because you are 35 to 40 minutes from downtown, down 70, right? But you can buy a home where you feel like you're living in the middle of the woods. So if it's someone that doesn't want to be too far from civilization, but you want to have that secluded mountain living, Evergreen is gonna be your best bet. If you want that same vibe, it's not on my top 10, check out Morrison or Conifer for the same type of vibe, maybe a little cheaper. I always tell everyone Evergreen's a great spot to live if you want to skip a lot of the traffic going towards the ski mountains or summer camping adventures. All right, number 5, we have Littleton. Littleton. I don't know why I just said it like that. Littleton, Colorado. Littleton's the best of all worlds. You have a great downtown area. You're far enough away from the traffic mayhem of 70, 25, and coming to and from the airport. Stone's throw from 285 where you could jet into the mountains. And the crime is very minimal. You're also going to find very affordable housing here compared to many of these other suburbs I'm talking about. Number 4, Highlands Ranch. Great schools here. Since you're south of downtown and kind of a little east, you have panoramic views of the Front Range. And it's a really good spot if you're constantly commuting in and out of the city for work. It's also worth mentioning that you have 2,000 acres of preserve in Highlands Ranch. Number 3, we're getting to the top, Greenwood Village. This town is located right near I-25 in the DTC area, Denver Tech Center. Fantastic schools, very low crime. Again, a great spot if you're constantly commuting in and out of the city. An honorable mention is you have Fiddler's Green located right around that area. It's a cool spot to see some music. All right, number 2, if you're a local in this area, you're gonna kind of cringe when I put this, but I have Cherry Hills Village, the rich people's town. Obviously, it's going to be one of the best suburbs. Extremely low crime, really good schools. But you're going to need to fork over like $3 million if you want to buy a house here. Again, that's why I didn't put it number 1. That would have been a cheap number 1. Let's get to my number 1, and it is Centennial, Colorado. Huge town, some of the best schools in the state of Colorado. It's located southeast from all the mayhem of 70 and 25. So if you do not like that city vibe, you don't even like being near it, Centennial is going to be your spot. And still get to the airport relatively easy because you're on the eastern side. So that's a quick synopsis on the top 10 suburbs, in my opinion. If your town is not on this list, don't be upset. It doesn't mean it's a bad town. It's just not one of the top 10, in my opinion and others' opinion. If you're looking to buy a home or sell your home in any of these towns, please hit me up at the number below. Mr. Denver Agent, and I'll talk to you guys later.